As you said that legal procedures are important, so we know that technology plays an important role as well in all the businesses. So, ma'am, how do you leverage data analytics to make data-driven decisions regarding inventory, pricing, and user experience?
So 100% from our own software. So it's the website, right, that we have. So backend, we've got a lot of data. So in fact, when you see like when you're growing, that which city to start. Earlier the brand started only in Bombay, then Delhi. Bombay and Delhi were two places we were servicing online, and slowly we added more cities. And how did that happen? We did not think of too much. Like, we just, after a while, after 2 and a half years in the business, we just looked at our data. Where are people coming from on our website? So we realized so many queries, so many hits from X number of city. We need to open doors to that city. Similarly, in terms of so now obviously you get a lot of data from your social medias as well, right? Instagram gives you good data about what people are liking, what people are not liking. So in terms of category, clothing, men, women, everything that we've grown, like today we've got more than 10,000 SKUs. We've got about 10 stores, more stores coming up, and 30 cities again online servicing. So all this growth is just based on data. So today a person says, from for example, a person comes from Chennai. It's okay, fine, we want a franchise, we want to open a Flyer franchise. Everything is handy to him right here. He doesn't have to think. Any store we open, nobody has to think what is to be done in the store. We know percentage of men versus women. We know Chennai, so many orders, so many years, let's just, it's 60/40, it's 60/50, whatever it is. So we know everything, what kind of categories. Men also, it's very important. So when you talk about a store, or you talk about store, there is one, of course, a visual layout where you see products, you see all of those things. And then there's a mathematical layout. Products have to be such that has to derive those revenues, right? If I, for example, I just keep everything so sasta that our revenues, you will never meet the target, right? So the entire, all this logic has come from experience. So example, we're just setting up a store for today. Only we're discussing, we're setting up a store for X city, which is launching this month. So we are very clean about number of garments, how many garments, that is of course store space. Then percentage, it's 55% women, 45% men. Out of men, how much groom, so much percentage of sherwani, so much percentage of Indo-Western. Absolute category bifurcations are completely placed based on our online data. Of course, we do leave some room for feedbacks from when you literally meet customers physically. You leave some room for their feedback and then add more to the inventory. Everything is completely on data, and I think this is brilliant data that we have captured over years. Plus, uh, use of data, I'll tell you. So uh, if you talk about rental, okay, so there is literally currently no extremely large player in this space. So you talk about percentage, how many people are interested in rental today. You see, if you ask me, like from Odisha, we see traction from Odisha, we see this from that. So even Chat GPT, etc., doesn't give me that data that my data gives me, right? Chat GPT and all of these AI tools will give you data which is available in Google, right? They just filter and give it to you. But the things that you want to forecast, foresee, like today, tomorrow, what are the next 10 stores I should open? So this is based on my data, like how many people are coming from what all cities, and these are cities that just open for a store.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. So, are there any resources or any tools that have helped you in your journey that you would like to share with other founders or other people who are just beginning with your startup journey?
Yeah, so of course technology, see, I come from a legal background, which is literally today obviously things have changed, but legal, I feel, is the most technologically challenged profession, because we still work on files, paper, pen, all of those things. There are still files, there are multiple copies of one draft, 5 copies are made, and all of those things. So tech, of course, and today the world is brilliant. Yeah, you've got so many good new technologies. I was just working on PowerPoint to do my presentations, and I see there's an AI tool which has come in there. You can design your PPTs like in seconds. Chat GPT, the entire team uses it. From my customer care to, I think, even the helper at the store knows how to use Chat GPT. So it just makes things easy, right? So adopting new technology is definitely A1, most important. Uh, Makes your life easier. Communication is what we really feel, that internal team communications, how we planning is very important, that pre-plan things so that things go smooth. That said and done, but ultimately most things you would obviously be doing on the spot. So I feel if you're starting, and plus your excels, your finances has to be very much in order. For the longest, initially you would have, obviously when you're starting something, you will not have the the extravagant option of keeping a separate finance team, etc. So you will be handling your own finances. So knowing basic excels, knowing those short formulas, etc. is very important. That just keeps you handy, right? So documenting all of those things and understanding basic stuff about net banking, social media, very important. Understanding analysis, how your customer is, where is the customer coming, what are the timing, etc., age, etc. All of those things are very, very important. So I feel that, it's everything. Like digitally, you can do so much now. Uh, and understanding of basic finances, very important. So these things only, if you just do very well, and you're fine. And a lot of things you'll learn when once you start working, right? On the go, should learn a lot of things. And yes, for a youngster, I would definitely say that, don't jump into everything like today. I'm just out of college, I will just start my own work. I personally feel, again, it's to its own. Some people would do it and they would find passion there, but I would always feel, working and set up a proper organization for a while always helps you gain that experience. Whatever you learn during that time, put to use. I remember I was interning in a senior lawyer of mine. I was like completely in awe of his plan. So out of from once he graduated, he had like a 4-year plan. First year was, obviously professionally it will be different, but his, as a legal lawyer, his first year plan was, I need to learn how to draft. So he joined a place where he's learning drafting. Then he said, I want to work in a large law firm to understand processes. So I would do that. Then his plan was to work with a very small individual lawyer. So every burden is on you. So you go to court immediately. Like in a large setup, you're the junior most person. So you're not facing courts, right? But in a small setup, you're just told that today is the hearing, 3 o'clock, just go before the court. So you get to experience that. So I think everybody should just draw up their plan of learning post your education. That this is my plan of learning. These are the things that I want to learn. And that's all.